In this episode, I wanted to focus on tools that make marketing life more enjoyable and more efficient. These might not necessarily be tools that are new to market, but perhaps they have features or functionality that I've personally stumbled upon this year and that have become a staple in my marketing toolbox. First up, MeetGeek. So MeetGeek is an AI meeting assistant, and features of the product include meeting transcriptions, automated labeling of key points from meetings, meeting templates, the ability to upload meetings, and meeting insights. I'm in a lot of meetings in my role, and it's really difficult, and it has been really difficult for a number of years for me to try and keep track of actions in meetings. Those little snippets of information that you just want noted down to record for later while continuing to be present in the meeting. I find that really, really difficult. So originally, a couple of years back, I found out about Otter.ai, which is an alternative to MeetGeek. And I'd been using Otter, and I really like Otter, and I used it for a couple of years. But when I discovered MeetGeek, I found that they had a slightly alternative offering with features that included meeting insights and just some customization features that suited my needs a little bit better. As I started to use MeetGeek, I found the interface just more to my taste. What I use MeetGeek for most is taking actions from meetings and coming back to them later. So in a meeting, again, the word action, next step, they all come up. And so I can go back to a recording of a meeting. I can search through the transcript of that meeting and find the labels that I've used during meetings, such as next steps, actions, and then locate that specific part of the conversation so I can keep track of all of the items that I commit to or that I'm curious about. I'm starting to see lots of meeting management tools like MeetGeek and like Otter.ai emerge, but MeetGeek remains my favorite. I really enjoy using it. Next up is the Chrome extension Momentum. So I've known about Momentum for a number of years, and in fact, I used to use it a few years ago. And then at some point, I maybe forgot to install it in a new laptop, and I just came back to it earlier this year because I remembered how much I enjoyed using it. And earlier in the year, I think they had some kind of flash sale, and I managed to get their premium Chrome extension offering at about $25. So if you've not come across it already, Momentum allows you to replace new tabs in your browser with a personal dashboard. And they say that helps you to get focused, stay organized, and keep motivated to achieve your goals. I personally use it for my daily to-do lists. And one feature that I love is the single thing to do, or the one primary item that you want to achieve today. So there's a prompt right in the center of the screen that says, what do you want to achieve today? Or what's your number one goal? I forget. And so you enter that, and it's really satisfying to just come back to that tab. You know, it's so easy to get distracted in marketing roles. But when you open that tab and you see that there as the item that you need to keep coming back to, I don't know, it just keeps you focused, and it's really satisfying to tick off those big items, one item a day. Some other features that I've used as part of the premium offering include the soundscapes. Again, I have other apps for this, but it's quite handy to have soundscapes in the browser, play relaxing music, ambient sounds. And there's also a built-in Pomodoro timer. So again, very helpful for me. I subscribe to the Pomodoro technique, and so having it there alongside all of my other tasks and activity helps to keep me really focused. Next up is Alitu. That's ALITU. Now, this is a tool that's specifically for podcast editing. It's a lightweight audio editing tool aimed towards, I would say, hobbyist podcasters or smaller podcasts, or at least those types of podcasts that require less intensive editing. So Alitu comes in really handy if your podcast doesn't require much editing. For more advanced editing when I need it, I still do turn to Audacity or Audition, but in most cases, I find that Alitu is sufficient. I really enjoy using it, and the customer support is great. I'm also a Chromebook user, and so having a browser-based editing option for me is essential. Up next is Dashlane. So Dashlane and LastPass are the two most prominent players in this password management space. And I've used LastPass, and again, I enjoy it, but my preference has been Dashlane for a number of years. I've just never had a problem with it and always found that it works seamlessly across my devices really well. But a couple of features that they've added over the last couple of years, which has made me turn to Dashlane even more frequently and open Dashlane even more frequently, are they recently introduced VPN offering for premium users. So I no longer have to pay or find an alternative VPN solution if ever I need one. There's one built in to Dashlane, and that's provided by Hotspot Shield, which is a really reputable VPN solution. And a couple of years back, Dashlane also introduced a dark web monitoring feature. So it allows you to see if your information has been exposed or compromised on the dark web. So not only do you get a really good password management tool, but you get a couple of other privacy solutions as part of their premium offering, which I think make it really good value for money. And this isn't an ad, but I happen to know that they are running, and they do often run Black Friday discounts every year. So I'd recommend, if you're looking for a password management solution, go see what they're doing. They've probably got something on offer right now. Next up is a tool that was previously called Morpheo and is now called Hawk AI. I actually had a couple of members of the team from Morpheo on the podcast about a year ago, so I will link to that in the show notes so you can learn more about what Morpheo does. But in essence, Hawk AI is a performance alert and insight tool that uses AI to help marketers stay on top of marketing performance. While most of the functionality in the platform is oriented towards paid media professionals, there are features and functions that you can apply to all marketing channels and some specific SEO functionality as well. Hawk AI for me is a peace of mind piece of software. Hawk AI uses AI to detect anomalies, to assist with forecasting. And there's also functionality that allows you to better manage budgets and stay alert to any risks or opportunities related to your primary targets. A company called Hawk Media acquired Morpheo earlier this year and then rebranded it to Hawk AI. And I'm keeping a close eye on this platform because I think it has a lot of potential beyond those features that I just mentioned. And last for today is HexoWatch. So HexoWatch is a website change detection, monitoring, and archiving tool. There are so many use cases for this tool. So I think it's worth noting that there are lots of tools like HexoWatch out there. They all do very similar things. I've just fallen on HexoWatch as something that I enjoy using. I found it to be intuitive, and I've had no problems in the alerts that I've received. When you have a tool configured like this, your main concern is speed. You want to make sure that you're alerted to any potential change detection alerts as soon as possible. And HexoWatch delivers. In our agency, we use it for things like tracking domain renewals, detecting when marketing tags have been added or removed from a site, notifying us if there's been a change in a robots.txt file or if there have been changes in sitemaps. Things that are fundamental to webmastering and I guess particularly search. Again, it's the kind of tool that just allows you to sleep that little bit more easily. It gives you peace of mind to know that all risks, the fundamental risks associated with marketing, are covered. So these are some of the tools that have become my go-tos, particularly in 2022. I recommend that you check them out. I'm interested in what you're using out there. What tools do you use for marketing, productivity, and efficiency? What tools help you sleep a little better at night? I'd love to know. Please message us at Site Visibility on Twitter or email me, scott.colnut@sitevisibility.com. This has been the Internet Marketing Podcast. Take care.